shit. And I've got a fucking blade, have I? This has been stuck in the yard for a while, so I've got corners off. So I'm going to bring it in a bit and take this away. I need to bring it down to like 500mm off it, so I'm going to bring it off and leave a bit tail on it so that I can cut it away at the end, so I've got a nice sharp edge. Right, so I've just got scribe marks to just show us which way we're going to tool to match in with this lintel here. Right, I'm just going to set in one of my ends first, so I'm going to do the diagonal, the horizontal and the vertical. Always set in your ends first and turn back on yourself, because you'll end up chipping an edge, which I've only done twice, if you can believe that. So looking here, we've got sort of iron deposits in the stone, and it's actually going to fill the line a wee bit. So when we cut the splay in here, we cut this big splay like a chamfer around here. This is going to fill the line a wee bit to give us a wee bit of rubbish line, but we'll try and tighten up as best possible anyway. Smells like farts. Right, so we need to take this curve off first. This one here, so we can get the soffit of the lintel. Then we're going to splay this back, so I need to cut this off first, and I got bored halfway through tooling, so I'm just going to get the grinder out and just cut that off. Get a little bit closer there. I'll just sift that in, then I'll nip it out with the grinder. And to do that side, come around the back and do it on the same. Do the same on the back, and then I'm going to cut this big scoop here for the lintel. The difficult part about being a stonemason, I need to turn the front so I can cut the face with a grinder. Hi Eric, you're not the heroes we know all about today. And I've got a fucking blade, have I? We need a blade. Where are you? Oh. Buggers. This won't be good. Oh shit. So all I'm gonna say is, thank God we got them spares. Well, there's a laser guarded blade. Flush cut blade. Sugar. Now, mate, we keep a grinder with a laser spirit, with a laser guider. A laser guider through it so it can go nice, and it's even random. You look at that. Right, I done a video a while ago of the grinder blades and how to get them off. That's a key. So there's a catch here to stop it from spinning. Right, so I take this, spin it and grip it at the same time. Go. Then catch. Oh, it's went first time. Right, the mullet's come off, it keeps catching in this. It's annoying me. Ooh, that's a stinger that blades off. Oh, you cunt. Right, I'm just taking this just above the line. You just take it just above the line. And I'm going to take it down because that grinder blade's fucked. So I don't want to chip the RS. So I've just got to take it as close as possible. And I'll take the middle away. Get this back bit, take that away, and then we could get the middle out, and then that way we've got the curve. So if my lecturer always drummed into us, if you make your pencil into the shape of a V, it fits right into your scribe line and gives you a nice tight line. You gotta be careful that you don't go low here. I nearly did a couple of occasions, so this is the importance of making sure that these two curves are set in properly, and making sure that you're not being too greedy, taking too much off at once. So you can take a point chisel, and then that way you can take a wee bit more meat off without worrying about going low and taking big dips in the stone and having pock marks. Leaving a nice smooth plain finish. We're just going to keep bringing it down and bringing it down, and then we're just going to hit it more with the grinder again and get the curve in the grinder. There's a guy I went to college who taught me this. So if when you're using a 9-inch grinder, if you just keep your finger on the trigger and keep pressing the trigger on and off, on and off, on and off. It sort of reduces the likelihood of you going low here, and you get nice. See, when you do like a sort of grinder cut here, and you keep going further in and further in and further in, these want to be sort of consistent. So we're not quite on the line yet, but that's what happens there when your grinder blades off a wee bit. So that line there isn't going to be the finished line because there's going to be a splay in here. So this line's not going to be finished, so I'm going to leave that at that roughly, and then we'll go over it again at the end once this is complete. Excuse me for being so rough. Now this line is wrong. This line is right. And now I'm going to be off the square. If you look through it, that's off the square. So that needs sorting. So basically, if we just square through from the face, through there, this should be a nice, neat curve. If there's any brickies watching this, when you cut in a draft with a chisel or a grinder and you square through it, that's kind of like the equivalent to setting up a plumbing and just putting in a course brick or a course block. Lovely. So this draft, it's like that was your first course, that's kind of like your second course, and just, yeah, you just work to a line, you set in your ends and you work into the middle. Yeah, you work in through past the middle into your other end, basically. It's simple. It's just all your principles are the same. Ends in, set in your ends, work through it. I'll have more coffee. So, if you look here, I'm going to set this in all the way through so that I know that I'm square here. I can match on the two sides. Then I'm not going to go low, hopefully. We just need to check this middle through. There we go. Right, so we're high here. That just needs to be knocked off. There we go. No gaps. Right, so I'm just going to set in this curve. I've cut drafts through the middle, as you can see, and we're just going to join them in on the curves in the front and the back. We're going to make sure these are square, and if I get 60mm in for the front, it means I can get my splay line on next. So I've actually trammeled it. I'll show you a wee video on trammeling. A wee technique video maybe at some point. But this is just mark the line in and just scribing it through. Right, nice sharp pencil so that we can set in the display on this radius underneath the soffit. First, we need to get the grinder, we just need to set the ends in and we need to get this safe first. So we're just going to set chisel drafts in all the way along. You can see it along at the end there where I've cut in with the grinder, and that's just safe now. That means there's somewhere for the stone to break into, sorry. And we'll just chisel a draft all the way along. Now I've finished that, I was a wee bit busy, so I just rattled out. So I'm just going to tool the splay, and I'm going to tool the soffit, and I need to just cut the tops and the top of it off and the two ends off. And I'm going to build it at some point next week. We're going to get a scaffold up and build it, so I'll take a video of that as well. And I hate to ask, but if you could please just like and subscribe, it helps a lot. I would quite like to get my videos out there and just share the trade with people and just get people interested, to be honest, and see if I can get some young lads into the trade, young girls and lasses into the trade. So yeah, like and share please, thanks, bye bye.